I'm going to Miami today. Surprise! I normally take flights like early in the morning, so I pre-pack at night. So being able to be just like luxuriously minding my own business in the morning and packing now is kind of a treat. So a couple things while we're here talking about packing. I've added this backpack. It's from Baze. It is so roomy in here. My Matinette backpack was just a little too small and I couldn't really fit a lot of things in it. So I got this backpack and I'm really happy I got it. And another thing that I like is that I can actually slide this on my Away suitcase. So if it gets a little too heavy, I can just do this. It makes traveling way easier. The only thing I wish that was better about this bag is that I wish that these little side pockets were bigger so I can fit my big water bottle in there, because they are kind of small. But other than that, really like it. Speaking of Away, you guys know I love my Away. Don't know if I mentioned this in my last travel video, but you guys know that I love the Away suitcase because of the ejectable battery. It makes traveling just so much easier because I tend to forget actually my like electronic charging devices. So I always remember to pre-charge this before I fly, and then I can just like borrow someone's cord, or I'll remember a cord and forget a block, and it can charge my iPhone and my iPad, and it's just really easy. But for those of you who have the older version of the Away suitcase that doesn't have the ejectable pack, what you can do is if you're in LA or New York, you can go ahead and schedule an appointment at the Away store, and then they'll actually make it ejectable for you. And for those of you who don't live in where there's a store, I'd say probably just email customer service. I'll go ahead and ask them, but I'm sure you'll be able to like send it to them and then they can send it back to you, because their customer service is great. So I know that they really want to help you guys out if you don't have the ejectable pack. Guys, big news. Important news to share. This is the last sponsored video with Away for 2018. We've reached a milestone. It's a big day. So before we start packing and getting ready for Miami, quickly, since this is the last one, your last opportunity to listen to me talk about how much I love my Away suitcase. Let's quickly go over my favorite things. I talked about my battery, which is honestly the main reason why I love Away. It's also really sturdy, so when I do pack my camera equipment, I know that it's safe and that nothing will break in it. And it also has like the built-in lock. Even though it is really sturdy, and I have never, in the like 3-4 years I've had my Away suitcase, I've never ever experienced a breakage or anything. But they do have a lifetime warranty, which is really cool. So if that day ever comes, which I foresee that actually not happening ever, I can just send it back and then they'll fix it and then send it back to me, which is cool. They also have a 100-day trial. If for some reason you buy it and you don't like it, which I don't think you will, because everyone that has ever gotten away in a Away suitcase because they've seen my videos have always said how much they loved it. I'm just gonna say that. Everyone says they love it, but if for some reason you don't fall in love with it, you can return it. Again, I need to say this again. These discount codes, I'm not getting a new one. So please treat this discount code with respect. Don't share it on other online websites, because then they might cancel the discount codes. That's why throughout like these couple years I've had about 5 to 6 different discount codes with Away, because people are always sharing it and then it kind of just ruins the fun for everyone. So please, one last time, do not share these discount codes on other websites. Leave it where it lives on YouTube. Just let the family have it, and you know, don't be a party pooper. So for $20 off your Away purchase, head over to awaytravel.com/AwayWithAja. That's right, discount code is AwayWithAja for $20 off your purchase. Again, I have the large carry-on. I have flown with this suitcase internationally on various different airlines. So for those of you who are worried that it might be too big for airlines, I have personally never had a problem with it. So there's that. I have 2 hours to get this situation taken care of and my home and skin situation taken care of. So let's do that. Okay, so obviously the first thing I do is I like to drink a lot of water. I am someone who just gets dehydrated easily, so drinking a lot of water is just important for me in general. But it's more so important on airplanes because you just dehydrate more easily there. I also bring a water bottle with me to the airport. Of course, it has to be empty, and then I fill it up before the plane, so I'm always hydrated. I always have water with me, and I don't have to wait for the flight attendants to walk down the aisles. The next thing I do is I clean my house. I do not like leaving my house dirty. Even though Brian is staying in town, I just have a better peace of mind knowing that I'm leaving my home nice and sparkling and clean. Today I'm also actually gonna water my plants and spritz them because it's just time to do that, and I want my plants to be happy when I come back and alive. So I'm gonna do that now. And then for skincare, which I know you guys know is really important to me, you guys know I do have my various in-flight skincare routines, so you can go ahead and check the cards if you're interested in that. And then that's really it. Is this supposed to be me? Oh la la. Whoa. So, as you can see, we're in Miami. Just landed. We're here to get a sneak peek at the Puma Mode XT. And this is cool. Now the test of any good hotel. Ooh. That's okay. Pillows are nice and firm. Feels good to be laying down. It's actually kind of crazy how like I thought I had all this time in the morning to do everything that I probably should have done last night, but I didn't. Of course, it never really pans out that way. Today was just like a travel day. Tomorrow is going to be really exciting because I will be working out with Adriana Lima. And I have to say that the Victoria's Secrets models of like the early 2000s, like kind of my generation of Victoria's Secrets models, were obviously my favorite because they were the only like ethnic non-white women that I saw outside of like video vixens on TV or in the magazines. So Adriana Lima, Tyra, Alessandra Ambrosio, all of those girls are just like kind of like the women who I looked up to when I was younger, just because they just weren't white women and they were still somehow on magazines and movies, and how sad is that to say. So on the airplane today I watched 2 documentaries. The first one was about Alexander Mcqueen, and you guys know I'm not into high fashion. I would wear sweatpants every day and no makeup if I could, but Alexander Mcqueen and his like haute couture runway shows back in the day were just something that I actually like lived for. They were so dramatic and so over the top and made you feel like uncomfortable, you know, to the point where you just couldn't turn away on his shows. So it was really cool to see that struggle within him in that documentary. Well, not cool, but it was eye-opening. And the second one, which I didn't even finish, was a documentary that HBO did on Jane Fonda. And I always knew that she was like an activist, kind of like back in the day during Vietnam time. And then she was in a movie with Jennifer Lopez. Forgot what that movie was. It was actually a pretty cute movie. But outside of that, I was never really too
familiar with her, but that documentary was really eye-opening because she would say things in the documentary that totally resonated with me, and it kind of has something to do with the video I posted last. She said that like in her at 32, when she was talking about how she was just an actress and wasn't really an activist, but when she was 32, something clicked in her and she realized that she had kind of like the shield over her eyes for 32 years, and something clicked, and you know, that started her journey to activism. And I really really resonated with that, and just a lot of different aspects of what she talked about in the documentary. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Since I was just talking about documentaries, the Vlogmas question of the vlog is, what is one of your favorite documentaries? The very first documentary I ever paid attention to and watched was actually on an airplane from Hawaii to Tokyo, and it was years ago, decades, should I say, but it was The Inconvenient Truth, and that was really eye-opening. And yeah, I don't know, just thought documentaries are really interesting. You kind of have to be in the mood, because you'll learn some things, you'll feel depressed, and you'll sometimes feel like you can't do anything to change the world, but other times they inspire you. But yeah, just let us know what some of your favorite documentaries are in the comment section, okay? Do you see my nip? I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.